this really was a year in which I think maybe you, came to terms with once again the reality of how, if you don't think you're that far separated from the Constitution of this country and how it applies to everyday life for human beings of all types, gosh, this was it. Stuart Harris is a professor of law, constitutional law, and he's the host of your weekly Constitutional, and we've had a chance to talk about some great topics of how the court has been able to really, in a lot of ways, have a massive say on the lives of individuals.
Oh, absolutely. Just changing the country. I mean, all that stuff, that brouhaha with Kim Davis over in Kentucky now, and the whole issue of gay marriage versus religious freedom, huge issues. But this particular week, we're not talking about that. We're talking about simply the importance of the Constitution in our everyday lives generally. I've long thought it would be a really good idea to write a book that might have the title Constitutional Law for Dummies, right? You've seen those
right,
handbooks?
Sure.
And, you know, that's kind of a funny title, but basically the idea is that you explain something very, very simply in a very straightforward manner. And I really think such a book is needed, but someone beat me to it.
Linda Monk is her name,
Monk
and
beat
she
me
wrote
to it.
The Words We Live By.
Isn't that a great title?
You interviewed her for your show.
Yes, I did.
I love the title. What is she providing for us here?
Linda is a great lady, and she is what we call an independent scholar. That is, she basically just goes out and does these things. She's also written a book about the Bill of Rights. And this book has been out for about 15 years, and she just updated it and reissued it. So we discussed it and decided to talk about it on the air. And it really is great because she simply goes through the document section by section and says, this is what this means. And this is what that means, and this is how this came along, and this is what we're debating, and some people think it means this, and some people think it means that. So it's very, very balanced, it's very, very straightforward, and it gives you a wonderful introduction to the document.
It doesn't, you know, I don't know that many of us really truly learned that in that compulsory education part of our life.
No, you learn how a bill becomes a law, right?
Right,
and who cares?
Right.
And it's so boring, right?
So would you recommend this?
Yes, absolutely.
I know you don't usually get in the business of recommending books for people, but you know, for somebody who maybe is in his 40s or 50s, maybe he's a high school student.
You are kind of old,
and
we've discussed it. It might not work with you,
right.
But someone of average intelligence, I mean,
someone else.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. I mean, look, the Constitution belongs to all of us,
it does.
And I think it's made unnecessarily complex, even in law schools. And so this is a great book for a great introduction for people. And again, it's very balanced. It's not liberal. It's not conservative. It shows everything.
Your radio shows help me a lot to understand it as well.
It's kind of the same idea, just on the radio, right?
Sunday at 3, Tuesday at 8. It's your weekly Constitutional. Stuart Harris, thank you.
Thanks, Josh.